Everybody, welcome back. It's time for Fishing Friday. Hey, welcome back. All right, and so today, Fishing Friday, and we have no monster bass. Now, this is November's monster bass. We already got this one. Apparently, silver level subscribers did not get a monster bass in December. I don't know what's going on. Customer service there is an absolute joke. I sent like 3 emails out. They finally emailed me back. And they were like, oh. Because I said I'm missing a box, right? Because here it is. It's, it's the 16th of January. And it's like the month's halfway over. And I usually get my box like within the first week. So I was like, okay, so I'm a couple weeks overdue. And the email is like, finally email, right? After a week, it's like, oh, are you talking about the order from 11/25? And I'm thinking like, no, from 12/25, right? And so I look into my account, right? And I at least give them credit. They didn't charge me, but I don't know why. So, and so I was looking at other YouTube videos online, and if you got the platinum box, you got yours. I don't know about gold because I don't know anybody that opens the gold box online, and I have the silver level. So apparently, if you don't pay enough money, Monster Bass, they just skipped you. I guess. I don't really know. Again, I'm waiting to hear back from customer service, and I guess I'll let you know next Friday if I hear back from them. So yeah, we didn't get a mystery box this month we didn't get a monster bass. So, and depending on what they tell me, right? Because I saw some videos. I don't know how new they are. Talking because they mentioned COVID, and I mean, come on, COVID hasn't been a thing for freaking years now. So, but it mentioned that they were running late. They didn't have everything. But running late and not having everything is different than just not sending a box out. So, but what concerns me more is if this is the case. Now, to give them credit, they didn't charge me, right? Again, but they could have sent out an email saying, hey, we're not going to be able to send you your box this month because whatever, logistics this, logistics that, like whatever. But so apparently they just said, well, we got the platinum because, they're paying like $45, probably close to $50. My 2683, right, is just not valuable enough for them to come up with the box. So I don't know if it was silver and gold or just silver, but platinum got their boxes because I was doing some searching and I have seen people open the December monster bass. They opened it on their channel, the platinum, but I guess if you're not spending almost $50, they just said, well, we don't have time for you, so yeah, we're just not going to send you a box, which is fine. But at least send me a damn email saying, hey, we're not able to fulfill it. We're not going to charge you, but we're not able to fulfill your bot. We're not going to charge you. So, because we cannot fulfill your order for this month. And so, and just a note, that's what happened to me with Warrior Tackle Supply. You remember these guys? I loved this box. I loved Warrior Tackle Supply. But apparently they went under. And that's the exact same thing that happened with them. I didn't get an email. I had to freaking try to figure out why I did not get it. And then eventually like, oh yeah, we refunded your money because I had paid for. They had charged me for 2 boxes and I hadn't gotten any. And I'm like, what's going on? I got 2 boxes. The third month they charged me. I didn't get a box. I didn't realize it until they charged me for the 4th month. Now they refunded my money, but they're like, yeah, we're having. And then I went online and said, yeah, after this one, we're having to close our doors, blah blah blah. So I was sad because they were my favorite. Warrior Tackle Supply really was my favorite. Um, but this right here is such a bad way to run a business. I'm just saying. You're not even going to tell your customers that, hey, you know, we're not charging you because we can't fulfill the order. They just don't charge you. They don't say anything. You know, an email would have gone a long way. That's all I'm saying. And then when it takes you a week to get a reply back, and I messaged them last night that I said, well, I realized that, I didn't get charged, but I wonder why. Well, yeah. So no December monster bass. And again, depending on what email they send me is going to determine whether or not I drop them or not. So if they kind of blow me off, then well, hey, cancel my subscription, and I'll just I'll just when I had to cancel my Lucky Tackle box just because cards and everything, but when I resubscribe to Lucky Tackle box, I'm gonna wait what they tell me. Right, they're supposed to charge me on the 25th. If I haven't heard anything by the 21st, if I haven't heard back from them by Monday, then I'm just going to cancel my Monster Bass subscription, and I'll just go with the higher tier of the multi-species from Lucky Tackle Box, which gives you 13 items, and we'll just call it a day. Because I was going to be paying, what, 30, I was going to be paying like $40 for 12 items, and I'll be paying 41 for 13. It just one box. But, it's, and I get it. It's like the quality of these lures is really good, right? I mean, Monster Bass gives you some really good product when you get it. And another thing, when I had a missing box, it took them almost a month to say, all right, well, we've looked into it, and they took their sweet time getting me a replacement box for the one that they misdelivered. And I thought this one was misdelivered as well, because I'm like, why isn't it here? And I saw an email that said, oh yeah, it was delivered on, and I read December 11th, but I saw January 11th for whatever reason, because my mind was just playing tricks on me. So that's why I sent an email in the first place. So I'm like, hey, it says it was delivered, but I didn't get it. Kind of find out it was never ordered. So piss poor business model. Piss poor business model. At the very least, keep your customers informed. Because I remember when I had paid for a year of William Shatner's horror movie club or whatever. Well, movie club, they weren't all horror movies, but and when William Shatner when that business was going away, I got a letter, because this was still like the days of DVDs and letters, right? And I got a letter from the company, and it said, yes, we're sad to say, but we are going out of business. However, since you already paid for the subscription, we're going to be sending out your remainder DVDs. And so I got all the DVDs that I paid for from that company all at once, because and then but there was the information flow, and here we seem to have a lack of information flow, and I had to hunt around to find out what was going on, and I saw a video that might be this one, but it didn't have any dates or anything. So it's like right now GearPack is pulling their little shenanigans again. I was charged yesterday, and I still haven't gotten the box from December, so I'm waiting to hear back from them. But I know that one's not just me, right? I think that they're all running late, because another guy that I watched, Jeremiah something, and he reviews GearPack as well, and he hasn't done 113 either. So I got 112, he got 112, and then it stopped. So I'm sure they're just running behind, but they charged me again, so now they owe me 2 boxes. Barrel and Blade, They were running behind on December's boxes, so I haven't gotten my December chow line yet. But they sent out an email that said, "Hey, we're sorry. Christmas took us. We're really busy. We're falling behind, so we're not going to charge you until the 20th, so we can get your box to you, so that there's this whole transparency. So they pushed the payment off until the 20th, so they can get the. I still haven't gotten it, but I'm sure it'll be here any day. But at least they're not double charging you before you get a box. So I can get behind that. And when you go to Barrel Blade, it says unfulfilled. Gear Pack says unfulfilled. But I sent an email out to Gear Pack. Their customer service is not the best either. But I mean, when these companies don't have a number you can call, you have to do everything by email. Who knows? So, all right. So that's it for Fishing Friday. I got nothing to show you because here, this is fishy. It's a bomb net made in China. We got that in a pocket box. Yeah, I got nothing. But hey, until next week, when I find out what's going on with this, we'll let you know. And hey, we might just be going with Lucky Tackle Box for this year. And then because with that one, we got the multi-species, so we're gonna get stuff for small fish, stuff for big fish, stuff for real big fish, and then we can kind of like filter through that and and see what we get. Because at least and if you know like last month we got like 3 of the same box, right? And it was because there was a mix up in the subscription and everything. And yeah, they sent me 3 of the same box because I got 2 and then I got 1. But they made me whole. And Amir, because it's always the same guy whenever I email Lucky Tackle Box, it's always Amir. But usually within 24 to 36 hours, he gets back with you. Maybe if you meet him on a Friday, you might not get it back until Monday. But I mean, he's on top of it, and I say he, it's Lucky Tackle Box, but Amir is the one that I always end up getting emails from, and he's on top of it. And it's like he fixes stuff for you. It's like he communicates with you. He explains things to you, and I really appreciate that. Again, customer service goes a whole long way, because let's be honest, stuff like this happens, right? We're running behind. We can't fill your order. All these things happen. It's life. But when you at least give me the common decency of giving me an email saying, hey, sorry, you're not going to be getting a December Monster Bass because we don't have silver boxes. Okay? I'd have been a bit upset, but I wouldn't be taken by surprise. So, Monster Bass, not a good play. Not a good play. Again, when they send you their boxes, they're really good. But you got to get the boxes. So, anyway, that's it for Fishing Friday. Nothing really else to talk about. Hope this helps somebody. If you've been thinking about Monster Bass, I'm not saying don't, but just understand that if something's wrong, it's going to be an uphill struggle to get any help from the company. That has been my experience in 2 occasions now. So, just in case you decide to go with it, and it is a good product. Monster Bass is a real good product, but I would rather have Lucky Tackle Box and actually get Lucky Tackle Box than get Monster Bass and now not know if you're actually going to get your Monster Bass. All right, that's it. Until next time, keep repping.